Good morning, everyone. We are back, London time. Okay, let's see. Just washed my hair. I didn't dry it fully, so mind the half wet hair. I guess you guys don't really care about that, do you? Who cares? Let me get some things in order. Checking the sound. Okay, let's see. Just wash my. Yeah, that's in order. What time is it? 1:45. Okay, almost time for our 150 to 210 macro. Let me also put on the Discord. Do we have a new code already? Oh, what do we have here? Invite the server. Why does this always change? Here we go, just in case people want to know. In this. Good morning. Today's the 8th. Yes, it's the 8th. Okay, let's go. Check some other stuff quickly. Still very quiet here. I just opened up a little bit earlier just to make sure that we have the. There we go. There we go. All good. Let's get into it. I think we had a really, really large move in Asia. It is quite a big head. Oh, actually not. It's not too bad. Okay, Asia wasn't too big, but it's still large for an Asian move, to be honest. 845. Let me see exactly how big was her. 75 points in Asia. Okay, okay. How much was the move after Asia? Over 75. Okay, so we had a larger move than Asia itself. Okay, let's have a look at the higher time frame before we start. The daily. So yesterday we have formed literally a doji, right? Look at that. So we moved all the way up. We made a high. We moved into this end walk, in this end dog. We did not have a daily body closure, just a wick. And that's very interesting. So literally we are having are we going to have a continuation to the downside, or this is hard with a candle like this. We opened. We opened within the range here. We didn't open lower. Gonna throw some fibs on the levels here to see what we're doing. But technically, on the daily, we have a. Let's just take the highest time frame. Well, it's not the highest, but maybe the most clearest for now. Where are we at? If we take this, the full range on the daily. This annual is 702, which is interesting, which sort of like matches up with a very beautiful level. 0.5 is exactly here on the end of something that I marked. I have no idea what that was again. Let's do that, and there's no text. But anyway, I'm gonna keep it because it's. Hey, Vlad Tulici, if I pronounce your name correctly. I hope so. Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing? I'm just doing some higher time frame analysis on the daily to just. We had a beautiful move already, so I'm just we have to wait now for just see what the next macro is going to do. Turn up this. Oh, okay, I don't need this anymore. We could go down all the way to here and still be bullish, but we still have this little gap also here. So let's see what this candle, the daily, is doing. Are we just forming the wick, so the open, low, and then we go back up in the range? Could be. Or are we going to, is this a distribution candle to the downside, right? So we have to determine, because this is such a small doji, it's really hard to really read now if it's if this is a continuation candle, or is this just, you know, is this just forming the wick to the midpoint or doing the OT to go back up? We did go into a higher time frame PD array, so you would technically say this is, we're forming the reversal here, but I don't know. Still don't trust it fully. Let's see. Did I did it put it correctly? Here we go. Okay, you are off. Now I'm going to the 4 hour. I want to look at the weekly. Oh, it's Thursday. It is Thursday again, right? So yes. On Thursday, I always want to look at the weekly percentages of the range. Where are we in the weekly range? Time goes so fast. It's just crazy. Where are you? I want to see where we are on the weekly. Okay, so let's look at the weekly candle so far. This is the weekly candle. We went up into here and we're here. Okay. So you can see the body of the candle is just is engulfed in the other candle. So we haven't taken out, we're still between the open and the close of last week. So technically we still have an inside candle, I guess. Body-wise. We took liquidity though of these two and we rejected in this one. Okay. Daily. 4 hour. And the hourly. Okay, here we go. Now we got our levels. Okay, so right now we're about around the 50% of the daily candle. So we actually always say, right, we don't dibble in the middle. So if I see that we're at the weekly, we just made a large run. I just want to wait a little bit. I can see we are moving up, but 150. 150 to 210. Marking the 150 to 210 macro. Don't need you anymore. Is this little gap here? Is this a gap or not? Do we have a little gap? Close is at 68450 and the open, okay, exactly overlapping. So no gap. So this is fair value gap I want to highlight. You are it. You are it for today. Yeah. Okay. So I think it's safe to say on the 1 hour we have a change in the state of delivery here. We already, no, we did not close. Okay, hold on. I'm going to rephrase. We really need a body closure. This is not a body closure. This candle, this 1 hour candle, so at 2 o'clock we know if we have a change in the state of delivery. If this is going to spike up more and going to close above this candle low, then we do not have a change in the state of delivery, if that makes sense. So, because we got a bunch of consecutive candles. Oh, actually here. See, this is always confusing when you have a little one. I think that this always confuses me, but I always disregard it just to be on the safe side because I don't want to be taken by surprise. See, if you would see all these candles, would you consider this a breaker? Like it's such a weird construction. Let me go to the 4 hour. 4 hours more clear to me. Yeah. Breaker. This could be your order block, right? When we have a close here, this becomes your order block and you're changing the state. So any pullback into this area in the breaker retest is just also a pullback into the order block, right? So let's see, in 2 minutes we know. In 2 minutes we know. Yeah, I think we're going to go into this gap here, this to the upside. And then it still would be we will still have a confirmation on the 4 hour of the, we have a bearish breaker and we have an order block confirmed. So let's see. It's okay it is okay to even move up all the way up to here, to this line, to this little gap and still be bearish. So I want to watch the 4 hour. How are we going to close? It's important for me. I want to see how the new 4 hour starts. Okay, Got a confirmation. So for me now, everything that goes up is just a retracement, retesting this breaker and this order block to go down further. I'm gonna mark the 4-hour breaker because I think it will be important to know what the levels are. It's actually really nice when you can find the 2-hour break, the 4-hour breakers. It helps you a lot with your bias for the day. On the lower time, we always say 2-hour trade, right? So let's see if we can frame a trade on the 4-hour, if it works out. All the way up to here. It works out just fine. Stop asking about gold, please. If I'm busy with another, hey, oh my god, can't you see that I'm going over another chart at the moment? I honestly feel that all the people that are asking for gold are just here for signals. Okay, you see how beautiful the 4-hour breaker, it matches with this level here. If we have a 4-hour breaker just being confirmed, that doesn't happen a lot. Yeah, but it doesn't, it's just, they don't see the importance of something that's really, really helpful for daily bias. And you can use that, it is, well, people want to understand that this is a really a good moment, that something forms on NQ that we don't want to miss, which could be beneficial for everyone. If it goes up, we know it's a retracement. Why? Because we got bearish confirmation. If it goes up, people who have no idea what's going on, they think they're going to be bullish and they're going to go wrong. But now people here understand that it's a retracement, and to have an even better entry for the move down. And showcasing here that this 2-hour trade matches exactly with this gap that we need to fill. And I'm going to put the OTE back on again. Hey, seek for growth. Yeah, listen, I don't really care, but when there's really when we have such an important level being formed, that people don't understand that. This is a moment where we can learn. This doesn't happen a lot. And also, more important, it happens exactly in the 150 to 210 macro. It's very significant, guys. Very significant. Okay, let's put up I want to see where the OTE level is as well with this one. I'm learning myself. Hey, and also it's good question. I'll have a look. See if that's the case, we don't dibble in the middle. I didn't see that yet, but I'll look into that, because if that's the case, as we are in the 50% of the weekly range, so that could be the case. Seek for wisdom. Let me just OTE. Hey, look where the 2R trade is, exactly at 702. What does ICT say? When you have a range and we are going back into the range, it is safe to play it until 702. Look where this matches exactly. Breaker. Boom. Did anyone take that? Did anyone trade it from Asia? This is how if you see this and you can front run, you see a structure like this and you can think, okay, are we going to activate the breaker? And you are already in a trade from this area. You can anticipate this, right? What can be potential future breakers, because this is already formed. The only thing that needs to be done is this needs to be activated by a closure below this area. Plus you have your order block, which is created, right, and valid now. So we are expecting a move into this area and then down, right? And then look where the 2R trade is. 702. Are we going to play it down to 480 at some point today? Hell yeah, we might. We might. Are we going to wait patiently for the best trade? Yes, we are. Okay. Is it going to give us? Let's look at the. Now, the only thing that we have to think about is how much time distortion are we going to get? How long will it take before we get the distribution move? Is it going to do it in this 4-hour candle, or do we have to wait a few? Because there's news, right? Let's have a look, guys. Let's have a look. Okay, 8:30 unemployment claims. Do we have news in GBP? European news? No. Okay, only 8:30 news. Okay. Okay, seek for growth. Are we in between breakers? What time frame are you looking at? Oh, I see what you mean. You are looking at this area here, right? Yes, I see what you mean. Let's look at the 4-hour again. That's a very good point, Sifu. Thank you. So we formed a breaker here. And you can argue as well, saying that the moment we formed this breaker, we are actually retesting this breaker, right? And we're also at 50% of the weekly range. So we always say we don't dibble in the middle. I saw that we were 50%, and I said we don't dibble in the middle, but I didn't see this breaker yet. I wasn't looking. I was just so excited we changed it. But that's a very good point, and also reason for caution. Yes. So we gotta. So the moment we actually created this breaker, we're actually testing this one. So you can read it both ways. And that is an area where I normally stay out if I see that. Thank you, Seek for Wisdom. You are doing so well. Because this is a bullish breaker, right? You got a low, high, lower low. This took out liquidity, and we created the same situation to the upside. You've got a low, a high, low, higher high, and we took out liquidity, or we went into a valid point of, higher time frame period, which is that end wog and this end dog. And on this area as well, I guess we took liquidity. I think this is a more important area though. So we need to be cautious, yes, because we have two breakers, correct? And on the 1 hour, let's look at the range. See, on the weekly range, we are exactly at 50%. And that's why we always say we don't dibble in the middle. But, it will go one side, right? At some point, we will see. So this 2R trade looks sort of like, very logical because we go into this range from a breaker. But if we take it to the long side, that's a large move because that's really a large move, right? Because if we take it from here, let's take it from here. Let's say this is our trade here. Let's say people want to go long here and they go for a 2R trade. That means we are going all the way up here now. Then we really need to, but you know how I read it now? We go 2R to the downside, and then go up maybe. Could that be the case? I don't know. And then this one becomes valid because this one starts. We can retest the full, we could retest this full breaker all the way up to 702 and then go up. And then we take our December high. Or are we going to go all the way down, take our December low? Okay, caution. Thank you, Seek for Growth, Wisdom. Thank you. I was so excited by the 4-hour breaker being activated that I missed but yeah, no, I made a short about that. When you have two breakers and you are creating one by retesting the other one, you do not want to, you want to be cautious. And it's also the Thursday of NFP week, which is my worst day of the month. And that's where I always go, I had my most losing trades. And I guess this is, but I still think this is sort of like possible, right? I think, and then it just goes into this area, but we'll see. We need some more confirmation. I think I scared the gold person away. I do want to go over gold, but not, after we have done this. I think I'm just going to paper trade London. Okay, GC. Let's go over GC quickly. Now, this GC, I've been saying this area has my interest. It's a totally unfilled opening range gap. But look at the higher time frame. It's not really it is sort of like distributing, but then we have this wick where we might be rejecting off again. So I don't trust it as a distribution candle. I just don't like gold lately. Who's trading gold? Anyone who's actively trading gold? Okay, daily. Here, candle. Are we having a continuation candle here? Hey, Antisocial, how are you doing? So on gold, December high is here, December low is here. Yes, December low is here. So we are literally also in the middle. We are exactly around the midpoint of that range. And again, I keep on saying it. I don't, when we're in the middle, it's always, I always struggle. And I guess maybe that's always happening on the Thursday of the NFP week. I'm going to monitor that, because now I'm like, okay, let's see if that's the same thing on the 4 hour if we have two breakers. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And this one here, this one would be a mitigation block. Why? It doesn't matter if it's a mitigation block or a breaker. Why? Because it doesn't, this low doesn't take out the liquidity on the bottom side, right? So technically, well, actually it does here if you consider this the breaker, but let's say this is a mitigation block. It would go here into this range, go to the midpoint of that 15-minute IFUG, and then you consider this one candle break. I don't like one candle breakers. And again, let me put on the 1 hour so we can see where are we in the weekly range, because it's Thursday. Thursday we want to already see. We could have TGIFs on Thursday, right? It does happen. You really want to keep track on where are we in the weekly range from Thursday to Friday. And we're also exactly around the midpoint of the weekly range here. You can see 50% here. Yeah. Yeah, so, hey, Make Money Online, how are you doing? God bless you guys. Thank you. So we are both gold and Q 50% of the weekly range. It's sort of like, it's always a little bit of a different, it's like we're exactly, are we taking, because we were in premium, are we going to go in discount and go back up, just take a little bit of the discount, or are we just going to go lower? And for NQ, are we going to go to 702, right, of that larger dealing range? Or are we just going to, here you can see on gold, we wicked into this 15-minute FUG. Is it enough for gold to bounce back up from here? Or is it going to, so it's I don't know, it's a little bit treacherous, but you would say that you would have a change in the state of delivery, right, here? Both looks bearish to me. I'm going to do a poll. Let's focus on NQ only. I think they're literally the same, but yesterday I made about 130 from NQ just at New York Open. Hey, I took the same trade. Hey, listen, if you read the market around the open, about the open, I took the same trade. I think it was a little bit before the open that I got in, and I took the opening trade. So yeah, that was it doesn't matter the amount of money. It's not important. It's just about just seeing the trade and having a proper, you have a TP, you have your stop loss, and you manage your trade, and it doesn't matter if it's $10, $20, but it matters if you are consistently doing it. And if you make $10 consistently for a whole month, the $10 doesn't matter, right? It will become 20, and that 20 will become 40, and at some point that 40 will become 80, and that one, and afterward it becomes 100. So yeah, hey, it sounds like you had a good trade and you knew what you were doing. It sounds like you really are happy because you had a good trade and you had a good, your setup was the way you thought it would be. You managed it well. It sounds like you have a really, and then you don't care about the money, right? You really don't care. It's a process that counts. The money comes afterwards. once you let go, it sounds so cliche, and but it is really, guys, it's such a cliche to say it, and I understand if you really need the money, it doesn't count, but the moment you really start focusing on the process and not focus on the money, that's where you start really growing. And I know it's a cliche. I know. I'm aware, but it's really the truth. Because I was there as well. I was focused on P&L and just I didn't want to lose. I would move my stop if it would go when it would almost hit my stop. I would move it further. I used to do that when I started. No need to say that I lost a lot of money with that. Hey, Tamir, how are you doing? Good morning. Now, we like to see it go. Let's say we go. Okay, I was going to make a poll, by the way. I'm distracted. How do I make a poll? Okay, let me see how I can phrase it. Okay, I think everyone was here for the explanation about the two breakers. So the question is, are we just going to go up to retest this breaker to go down? So let's say bearish, or have we retested this breaker and are we going to go up and disrespect this one? So I'm just going to do bullish or bearish, and then we do the pull. So I mean, so did we retest the bullish breaker and are we going to go up into this imbalance to take that out again, or are we retesting this breaker and bearish? And we're only talking, hey, Mether Z, long time no see. I was thinking about you, and every day I'm making sure that I'm on live chat because I thought, and every day I'm like, hey, I haven't seen Mether, so but again today I made sure that I was on live chat because I thought any day you can come back. There you are, happy to see you again. Okay, so bullish or bearish, and we're just talking about the London session, guys. So that means we're just going to retrace into this area, and then before, well, we could actually retrace all the way up here and do the full London session to go down. So how can I phrase the poll the best way? Okay, I'm going to do it this way. Did we retest bullish breaker, or are we retesting bearish breaker now? Because we might not get the trade even if we would retest the bearish breaker, because we just could form the London high somewhere here at 4 o'clock. Oh. Okay, guys, sorry, the pool doesn't count anymore because we already. Did you guys see that move? That's crazy, huh? The Thursday before NFP, I'm not putting my money on the line, guys, and this is the reason exactly why. I'm telling you, I'm just gonna paper trade. Did we just retest the bullish breaker? I'm almost, let's see, if we're going to, yeah, wow, yeah, I mean, that was just ridiculous, right? How much points was that move? Guys, I'm not trading my eval, my funded anywhere, anytime today. I'm seeing this already and I'm like, hell no. Are we going to make a London low? What's the midpoint of the order block? I want to have the full order block. What's the midpoint of the bodies? 0.5 is outside the breaker. That's confusing. midpoint here, 0.5 of this one here. Okay. Okay. I'm still going to do the poll. So are we retesting the bullish breaker now, or have we retested the bearish breaker? So then you are, okay, actually, I'm actually inclined to go, for me, well, I won't say it, but I would almost enter a trade here, to be honest. Um, you remember that move yesterday when it did that? We had also a move like this in the morning session. It took out all the stops very quickly. So I'm inclined to, one vote only, but I agree with that vote. I'm also bearish. I'm thinking because when you have a move like this, but I'm still, we went into this fair value gap here, right? You see that on the 1 hour? Midnight, 228. Yeah, I spent some family time off the holidays. It was a nice sweet time. First day back, and I didn't get into need to do this now. Hey, yeah, it's a good. I mean, price has not been very easy sometimes. But we still had some good days here and there. But it was. I've been struggling last 2 days. Yesterday in the morning session was okay, but sometimes it was really hard to read the price. But yeah, I mean, um, crazy moves sometimes. I hope nobody got hurt by this move. What time did that occur? 2:23, 2:03, 2:30. Okay, we still have to, let's see if 2:30 makes a little bit of a higher high or not. 2:30, 8:04, let me check. That was a mad move. Wow, you are crazy, crazy, crazy move. It literally took out almost, it just balanced out all imbalances that were created in Asia. Literally almost everything. everything that has been created in Asia has been balanced out in one candle. Okay, let's see. Okay, so 33% think we're going up, and 67 so far think we're going down. I'm just gonna wait to see if we get back to the 50% here. If we get back to it, if we how it's going to behave. Okay, I don't need you anymore. You are in 25%, and this week. Okay, 0.5. Seek for growth. Did you not see that? Did you not? Did you miss that candle? The large one? Were you here with that large candle? Did you miss that 70-point move to the upside here? I'm not going to anticipate in this area at all. I'm just going to wait a little bit and until the next macro. I just want to see what price is doing. Okay, 230. We made this low at 230. Let's see if it holds or is it going to break. Important information. Two is lower. Midnight. 887. Are we going to create a London high and then go lower from there? Just wondering if we are going into this wick here. Take out the highs. So are we going to go for Asia high, right? During London. Let's have a look at the 5-minute. A, M, D. Let's have a look at the 15. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Let's look at the 9-minute, my favorite. Well, on the 9-minute, I can see clearly accumulation, manipulation. I'm saying clearly, but obviously it's how I see it, right? I'm not saying it's correct, but it's just how I see it. If that's the case, and this is the A, this is the M, and we're going to distribute to the upside. Is that a possibility? I can frame it both ways. I framed it to the downside, I framed it to the upside, so that means I'm not really sure, but this tells me upside for now. But it's hard, right? Because you don't see any break, you just don't, it's just A, M, D. Do I see structure in the sense of inversion, breaker, fair value gap? I only see the fair value gap here. Hey, it's Thursday before NFP week. Be prepared to be slapped around. You can make your analysis. I'm used to being slapped around on Thursday and losing a lot of money, so I'm not putting my money on the line. I'm just going over my analysis, but I know how much I've been literally like, what? I thought I saw it, and the FU algo is on. And we're dibbling in the middle at the 50% of the weekly range, so be prepared. We are still within the 4-hour breaker, so as long as we're in the breaker, I could still see this play out. So hey guys, do you see we're doing the same on the lower time frame? It's all fractal, right? We make a move up into a PD array, and then let's see if we move to the downside. I don't see a proper structure here, like breaker. This is not a breaker. So I'm wondering if the upside scenario is incorrect and this scenario is still in play. The 4-hour bearish breaker. Yeah, did you see the 222 candle? Yes. Crazy, huh? That was 60, 70 points. Guys, I'm still interested in the short. So we're retesting the breaker. I'm still, as long as we don't go over this level, but it's a little bit too, I mean, if I put in a stop, if I go in here, how much is my stop? It's too large. I cannot play. It's too much of a, even on a paper trade, I'm not going to do that. Let me see. I want to try out. How can I position myself for a short and not lose my whole house and have to sell my cats or something? Oh, 46 points on a micro. That's not too bad. 46 points is a lot, but we might not even go. Let's see if the macro starts. What it's going to do. Curious, how much do you guys? What is your maximum on a micro that you're willing to risk, just in R to R? I mean, are you willing to risk more than 50 points on a micro when you can make let's say you're going to make more than 2R? What is your maximum risk, even though you're going to make more than 2 or 3R or 4 or 5? Just what is your maximum risk on a micro? Just talking about micros. Just curious how you guys, what's your max? And you know you're going to get good R to R if it's a winning trade. So the problem is when you see candles like this explode, right? You know you have to put on more risk. 30 points. So even on a mic, yes, I agree with you. I also don't want to go higher than about maybe 40 max, but then I start to get uncomfortable, even though I know I can make Jose as well. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so yeah. Yeah. I would sometimes go to 40, but then I start to get a little bit, even though it doesn't, and I have the same with the paper trade. It's the same for me. It doesn't feel right. Then I just don't feel I could frame it properly. So I really have to scale down. So for example, here I would use this level here or this wick. If I would get in here, I would not use the breaker, but I would use wick inversion or something, just something different. Ajay, 35 points. So okay, so we are varying about around it. Okay, yeah. So regardless of a good trade, you never will, because you don't know if the good trade will play out, right? Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, guys. I mean, I feel the same. I get uncomfortable about, like I said, I could really but think, okay, that's my model, but I'm a little bit too late, and I still want to get in. But then I know I'm too late, right? And then I get in, and I have 40 points, and then it's still, yeah. You trade per, and I look by dollars per amount. Okay, let me have a look at the bearish and the bullish. So it's almost 50% now. So 56 is bearish. We go down, and now 44% is. I'll leave it a little bit longer just to see. So we're almost at the What did we leave on the 5 minutes? On the 15, we rejected right at 79. Hold on, I need to. You mean on this range? On this range from here to here? Yeah. Thanks for yesterday's London session insight. It went bull like you mentioned. Well, thank you, L7. I'm on and off. Is it my problem? I'm on and off. Is it my problem? I don't understand, Dean. Is something wrong with my internet? Is that what you're asking? Is something off with my internet, guys? Okay, we're 50-50 right now. So Elsa, everything okay? Okay, thanks. Dean, I'm not sure what you're referring to. Okay, thank you. Thank you, guys. L7, did you manage to take a trade? Trader Tim, I'm also thinking, yeah, I'm inclined to go for a short, but I'm always, even if I just paper trade, if I want to be really, really look for confirmation, and I just don't have it, but I'm thinking the same. Oh, okay, you are, okay, you thought my internet, okay. Hey, I fixed the mic issue, so I'm really happy with that. Again, guys, I'm so surprised that all you guys stayed all that time with that, because I hate it when there's bad audio. I go away at some point from other streams. Okay, Dean, when you have internet issues, don't trade, my friend. Hey, don't put any trades on until you fix the internet issue. You're making me. Well, I'm not going to trade anytime. I'm not going to trade live trades anyway today on Thursday. NFB. Yeah, we're still retesting this 4-hour breaker, but we also have another breaker for those who just came in. when we have two breakers, a bullish and a bearish one, which we can confirm, right? So this is the bullish one, this is the bearish one. Technically, we say we don't dibble in the middle because we're retesting the bullish breaker and we're retesting the bearish breaker, right? By activating the bearish breaker, we were retesting the bullish breaker. And if you look at the weekly range, it's Thursday. I always look at the range. TGIF is always already in play for me, or I look at the levels. You can see we're at 50% of the weekly range. We always say we don't dibble in the middle because that's the area where you can be, you can see it could have been, if you take the premium discount, technically you can say for a bullish move up, you can say, okay, well, it took liquidity, we went into discount, it's enough, it can go back up. But it could go much lower, right, into discount. Or one could argue we are just going to go up, up, up. We already took premium and we could go further down, right? So I'm inclined to for a short, but I haven't entered yet. I just want a little bit more confirmation because I'm looking at this one here. I do want to go. I do want to place all my trades will be paper trades today, guys. When I see a move like this, I already know what kind of Thursday is going to be. And I've been burned a lot on Thursdays, NFP week. And you think you're in a good trade and suddenly it's like, oh, what happened here? Wow. I've been slept around a lot. But that doesn't stop us from tape reading, right? Okay, let's have a look at gold quickly. So gold, again, not entering in the 15-minute IFUD. Same, you see, it's exactly also 50% of the weekly range. It's not really, it looks bearish, yes, but is it really distribute? Is it like, we need this push. So right now we are sort of like hanging in this wick here. You're in a large, you see this, I only mentioned the 15-minute, but it's also 4-hour large inversion. This is gonna chop around a lot. I don't like it, but I have been saying I like this area because this is a totally unfilled opening range gap from 5th of January. This all needs to be mitigated. So I want to have a short into this area, but a real distribution trade. And it's Thursday, and I know I probably won't get it now, but maybe I do later on. Hey, Casey, how are you doing? Finish short silver. Oh, Casey is already going to. Hey, a lot of people trade silver, but they also get hurt by silver a lot. Yesterday, someone, I can't remember who was it. I don't know if that person is in the chat again. He said, I am done with silver. He got wrecked by silver yesterday. I can't remember who it was. I haven't looked into silver. I only use silver for SMT with gold, right? Yeah. So L7 trader. So when I was doing my when I started looking at my days, what are my worst days? What are my good days? And because I was really fed up with losing so much money, and every time I was like, oh my god, buying a new account. Well, we've all been there, right? You buy new evals and and you risk your live account and you're funded. And I thought, you know what, I'm you go into the weekend with a really, really, just being so annoyed because you were almost there, passing eval, and again, and then I was like looking into my stats, and I thought, what, I'm going to just look at my stats. And then that was the time I really started, besides journaling, also, looking, okay, what are my worst days? And then after, I think I started tracking it or I went back as well, like into my journal. So it was a lot of work because I had the data, right, because of journal, but I didn't make an Excel sheet at the time. So I reverse engineer everything back, and it was so clear to me that my worst days, that I literally lost my evals and my funded accounts, were on Thursday of NFP week. So that made a lot became clear to me, like, oh my God, it's really that week. And it's also the first week of the month, so it also puts your mind, it's you start a new month, and you have a bad start literally, and especially Thursday is almost the weekend, so Friday, I would maybe go into revenge trading or trying to make things back, and then it doesn't help because it's Friday, and being not as experienced at that time as well, it's challenging. So at that point, I thought, okay, you know what? I'm going to take a step back and take that day out of the equation and just look how things are going. And that was a time I really started making a big shift, or taking that worst day out of my trading. And it also, for me, I don't mind going over it, but I just decided, okay, I'm not going to put my money on the line anymore, or my evals, or um, my funded for sure. Maybe I can try an eval. I mean, if I that's not too bad. But I think, you know what, I'm just gonna stick to that and just make it a habit, because it might go well for one or two times and then afterward it goes bad again. But like candles like these, I mean, I think that's typical for a day like this as well. And I can't even remember. I have to go back into my journals. But man, every time you think you are reading it properly, and then you get surprised, and it has nothing to do with being a good technical analyst. I think it's just how things. I think Thursday. I can really recommend people start to look into it. And if you look, okay, what days, and I wouldn't be surprised if most of you also would go into this same day, because I really think this day is something different. Really, it is. Um, yeah, and maybe you have another day. Could be, I don't know, but for me, it's this day really. And I'm just sick and tired of losing money and losing accounts. To be honest, I'm okay to put risk on and have losing trades, but um, I don't know, when you can take risk off because one day is behaving unadvantageous for me. I think it would be stupid not to do so, right? So yeah, and this is the day for me, Thursday before NFP. And now it's a new year though, so let's see. Maybe things change. So I will monitor it, and if things if I have a couple of weeks winning trades, paper trades in a row, I think, okay, maybe things change. I might change, but I have to see it. I have to really see it on paper first. Yeah, yeah. At some point, you get sick and tired of it, right? I mean, going into the weekend with you lost your account or whatever. I mean, we've all been there. It's just and you're I don't lose a whole weekend over it, but it's sort of annoying. You want to have a happy weekend. Enjoy your money. So, but anyway, that's just how I see it, and I'm just want to be fully open and transparent about it. And I don't think it should be a difference if I paper trade or not. It's about learning, right? And it's all live. I mean, I don't paper trade or do anything on backtesting. Do everything on live anyway. I don't backtest anymore. I stopped doing that. Now, backtesting is not I mean, hey, listen, when you're new, you need to backtest, forward test, everything. But at some point, I think you can either forward test or backtest. Which one you prefer? Who prefers, are there more people that prefer forward testing over backtesting? Or are there people that prefer backtesting over forward testing? Just curious. I'll do another poll. Okay, let's see. Um, it's 3 o'clock almost. I think I'm going to wait until the next macro, because this one is not really moving. I think we have the 350, but let's see at the 320ish. Let me just see what people are saying. Bullish breaker already, so we go up. So more people, 24 votes. So now we have a majority of the people that think we're going up because we are retesting the bullish breaker. And okay, so we tend to go a little bit more. Okay. Hey, Jerry, how are you doing? Okay, you feel the same about backtesting. Was it Ken? Wasn't it Ken? I'm sorry, Kenneth, you said, right? You need to put your name back. You want to be anonymous. My memory is not working well today or yesterday as well. I know you said it yesterday. My apologies that I forgot. Um, yeah, I still think we're going. I still think we would. I tend to be more bearish than bullish, but I do see us maybe go up into this little area here. So it's tricky, right? So maybe it wicks out of that breaker area and then go back down, because this is also the previous day midpoint here. Looking at this one here, 862-ish. I wonder. What's that song? I wonder. Oh, should I take a short? 302. I'm very itching to take a short. I stopped watching TikTok. I keep on forgetting stuff. Is that bad for your memory to watch TikTok? Hey, but you can watch the same. Oh, Eric. Okay, I got you. I got Eric. I won't forget it now anymore. 3-0. Let's see if we can break 3 a.m. opening price. Okay, how are we doing on the 4-hour candle? We have seen this quite a lot. This that you have a candle like this, and then you see price going all the way into it, and then still go up, right? Even though then it doesn't really respect this area. Um, okay, I'm gonna go into a short. What time is it? 3 past 3. Okay. Is it only paper trading for me, guys? Only paper trading. I'm gonna make a bold move. Stop loss goes above this wick here. First presented. 479. I mean, this trade works out well. It's a monster trade, but now I can lower my almost. I can lower my. Um, okay, so the problem with these automated things is that they don't take the gap with them. So I need to extend that. I don't like this though. I think I should get out. We retested at 3 o'clock, so this is bullish for now. But I'm still not bullish. I think we're going to take out this level here now. Yeah, okay, I'm getting out. Okay, too early. Too early, too early. I wonder, 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 wonder. If you stand there. Let's have a look at oil quickly. CL, what does CL do? Okay, CL. Give a little gap here. Hey, Meta Z, did you notice? Isn't it crazy? Yes, almost at 1,000, right? And we're almost at 5 months now. At around the 14th is 5 months, so it's 4 months and 3 weeks now. It's just been crazy. I mean, who would have thought, right? Yeah. So guys, if you're new here, help your girl out. Let's go to 1,000. Now I'm getting excited to hit that. I don't really care about the numbers, but 1,000 is a milestone. It is. Thank you, guys. Okay, bullish. So we go up, bearish. Okay, so we have more people thinking it's bullish than bearish. Okay, I'm going to stop the poll. Thank you guys for anticipating. I like that. It's always fun to do these polls. It's always fun. Use the one that I put the one in the chat. I pinned it. For some reason, I have to make a new one every day. I don't know why. So L7, try the one in the one that I pinned and let me know if it's working. Okay, I'm gonna take this off. I don't need this blue line. I can see the breaker anyway. Is it working? So we're just distorting, just time distortion. Now, the interesting part is when you have a 250 to 310 macro doing this, we did retest the 3 o'clock a little bit. Now let's see what happens in about 10 minutes. Is it a bullish price? Is this a BPR? Retested this. Yeah, I'm still favoring a short though, but I don't know when to enter yet. Chat link working. Okay, good. Yeah, yeah. You know, so sometimes I make I already created the streams, and then the link, and for some reason, when I have to make a new one, and then I just put it I pin it in the chat. But apparently, a lot of you people are reading the descriptions. So I always thought, oh, people are not really reading the descriptions, but apparently, a lot of people are. So okay, let's see. We can tag into midnight again, and if we go higher. We're just distorting, distorting, distorting. We really want to see some displacement, right? Some faster moving action to be able to anticipate. Now I did this exactly at, so we had 202 here. What was 2 o'clock? That was this candle here. Is it? Wow. So you see that this candle manipulated exactly to the 2 o'clock candle. That's interesting, right? So we manipulate, we create a high. Are we going to reject here? Is this going to be a rejection block? I wonder if we go up and if we're going to reject here to continue down or not. Still have a little gap here. Look at all these candles here, all without any wicks. Just looking at all the imbalances. Okay, this one is already no problem here. These one are all taken care of now. Yesterday's doji candle looks like a turn down in bias. Yeah, you would say it is it's a reversal pattern, right? But at the same time, a doji is actually not a good. It also could not be a reversal pattern, right? We're talking about this one here. We could also manipulate into the wick and go here, go back up a little bit, go up to this level before going down. What's the midpoint? It's so slow. It's putting me to sleep. It is really very slow, guys. Let's have a look at the 5 minute. Just want to have more information. So you see on the 5 minute, we sort of like created equal lows and we rejected in this wick here. Now, are we going to reject here as well? Hey, Norik, how are you doing? You see this gap here? It's volume imbalance. Okay, maybe this is the area 320. Let's see. Is this the area to go short of? $320. Back into original concept. I'm wondering if this is the area to go short of. It's gonna drop very fast now. U.S. trade deficit and U.S. production coming at the same time as well. So Norik, yeah, it's Thursday before NFP. It's always it's a problematic day for me always, and we had this really large move. This was I believe a 70-point move in 1 second. This wick was just boom, and then now we've just been distorting, even the 350, the 250 to 310 macro didn't do much, but maybe we'll have the next macro, and let's see if now it will get anything between 20 and 40. So we're in a 5-minute volume imbalance. I need to change the time here. Let's see if we disrespect it or are we. So this is the first presenter, top London. 324 already. Okay, come on, let's see. We really want some displacement, right? Macros always, yes, correct. Yes, the ICT macros is 10-2 to 10 after, but sometimes in some scenarios before you can get a retest at 47, 48-ish, 46. So if that happens, you can sort of extend the macro to Q2 to quarter after. But as a purist, you would say, as ICT teaches it, it's 10-2 to 10 after. But there are always exceptions to it. That's the ICT macro, yes. But there's also the 2240 run. We just call that a time-based run. That sometimes if the macro doesn't do anything, you can see some price movement starting at 20 to 40. It doesn't take out the liquidity. Sometimes it does, by the way, but a lot of the times it could start accelerating. Like maybe we could see that now because we haven't had any macro plays. It could start running, and then, for example, it would take out the liquidity, and then when the macro starts at 52 to 10 after. So if we I mean, it's starting to look bullish. So let's see if it's 25-ish now. Let's see if we can start getting some displacement. I would rather say displacement looks like we are going to the upside. Yeah, you have to really study the macro to see there is logic to how price moves within the macro as well. 4-hour bearish FUG and 1-hour rejection. Sure. Seek for growth. I just don't, to be honest. I mean, if we're going to reject the breaker, it's so lethargic. I'm on the 3-minute, by the way, and it's so slow, right? You can see it's hardly moving. Okay, it's not going over this, but let's see if it's going to pop out because we do have some, we've got some equal highs here. Let's see if we can get it to 794. Still within the breaker though. Let's see if we can go into this fair value gap that I marked here. 794-ish. Okay, finally we got some displacement. 327. Okay, we might get a London high. So you are looking for 4-hour bearish FUG. Hey, seek for wisdom. I really, to be honest, I would really want to see a confirmation when it goes into that 4-hour bearish FUG. You could say we have a 4-hour BPR here as well, right? So you would not expect it to go over it in this run. But hey, could happen. See how far we're going to go up. Let's see if we reject somewhere here in this area, or are we going to go all the way up further? If we're distributing, like, if it's really distribution, if this is the A, M, D, I mean, then it's going to be really, really bullish. Then it's going to go all the way up to maybe here. It would qualify as AMD, right? Power of 3. What is? We be pimping. Yeah. But where's our breaker? We don't have a, the thing is where you have distribution, you've got your inversion. Did we really take a lower, is this really I don't like this area where it's just not, I don't know. Like, I could argue that this could be if we would go lower again, that this would be our new breaker, the bullish breaker that we need when we make a move to the upside again. I don't see even though we have A, M, D. There's no, it's just going up because it's AMD, but how would you, I mean, inversion, yes. no breaker. I don't know. It's not my structure. It's typical NFP. So unclear. Yeah, it would be a gamble for me. But yeah, I do see AMD, but maybe on 30 seconds, I guess. Let's go to 30 seconds. I know that drives a lot of people mad, nuts. Okay, I gotcha. But you know, it's actually, you shouldn't even be trying to make logic when you're in time distortion, because it's just, you're gonna see, you can make anything of it, but it's just time distortion. So it's just creating liquidity, right? It's just forming, it's going slowly, creating small gaps, trend line liquidity. We still have unmitigated first presented of the London session here. So look at that on the 30 seconds. This is really beautiful. Flat bottom with a first presented right below it. I'm just waiting for my short. I feel like I want a short, but just time is not ready yet. Yesterday's. See where we went into? Yesterday's first presented. Here. Okay, let's see. 333. Do you ever find that moves happen after the 30 mark? Continuation maybe, but sometimes when you have like when the macro doesn't do anything, well, we can have a look here, right? I think this might be a good example. So we have the 250. So let's say 250 here, right? It goes down a little bit, and then, so this happens a lot as well. So you have the 250 starts, and the half of the macro goes down, and then other half goes up. But technically, you could argue we didn't move, right? Because we made a low and a high. So technically, this is just, you know, a small little reversal. So what happens then after 10, you see a little bit more distribution going here. And then the actual move now starts at 20. You can say here we make a low around 20. 24 we start moving, and then at the 33 you can say when the 20 move starts running, the 30 will be a continuation up to 40ish. So this could move a little bit, a few more minutes to the upside. But I wouldn't say that if you have like really, but I think you could turn, when you have a true reversal, you could see that at the whole of the hour sometimes when it's you do see that, but then it's a full reversal that could happen. I guess that's something, but when you take macro wise, it has to be like a situation. Here's 333, right, which is a very nice number. but it's already in a continuation. It's a continuation most of the time. So then you already have the 20 to 40 run here. Yeah, Norek, it is, if you're in, you really need to start, it's very interesting if you really start to note times, like, okay, when did something happen, or when did you really see logic in, around specific, even to the minute, right? If you look like, and then, oh, and then you look like, okay, what time did the run actually start, and what happened before that, and what, and there's a lot of information to be taken out of the macro times. Like I wouldn't be surprised now that we will go up a little bit more because of how price is moving, right? But let's see, it's Thursday NFP. We got a macro, I think, no, I'm happy. No, I have all the clarity in the charts and in the candlesticks. I don't need any, I don't think it's just more deep diving in what I have already into time. I think more what I just want to do is deep dive more into time. Is all the clarity that I need. There's always something new to learn, but I don't want to, I don't think I want to, I don't need any more. I've got enough indicators. Well, maybe some indicators that give me the clarification that I need, what I'm looking for. But technically, all your answers is literally in the candlesticks and how price moves, and looking at the, I guess, the higher time frame as well. Okay, 338. Let's see. Yeah, yeah. Trader Tim, I got 2 friends requests from myself as well. I was like, and I report them every time. And I mean, I guess I'm getting popular when you start getting people trying to personate you. Isn't it crazy? I'm like, really? What? And I'm like, are you that stupid that you sent me a friend request myself? So it's weird, huh? Yeah, I'm like, are you kidding me? And then and I'm like, I report, and then again, I'm like, are you that stupid that you send someone that you're impersonating? But I think people know by now that as streamers, we don't invite people unless in the Discord, maybe ourselves when we are friends already, right? When somebody, so I tend not to, just to make it clear, not that I don't want to, but it's just something, you just don't do that, to make it clear to everyone, listen, I don't send friend requests. So everybody knows it's an impersonation, right? Yeah. So I think it's just, I think as streamers, I think that's just the rule of thumb. We just say, we don't invite people to friend, so everybody knows if you get one, it's not us. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, but I guess then it means I'm getting somewhere, right? Yeah, thanks for, I had someone send me a support ticket link inside the Discord. How did that, wow. So what did they, from me? Was it in my Discord? Yeah, I think you have to be really careful in Discord. I mean, you need a lot of security layers, I think. Well, that's why I am not. That's why I'm not too bothered about the fact that that I have to change the link every time, because sometimes those bots, they send like they try to put 1,000 people in your Discord at once. so it's good to change your link, but for some reason I have to. Okay, no, inside. Okay, gotcha. Okay, wow. Yeah, exactly. They put a dot or underscore. Yeah, I saw that as well. But some people just don't. They think, oh, they just they add. And I did that the same with a couple. I thought, oh, they still managed to draw, and then yeah. So I guess yeah. I mean, it comes with starting to grow. But I'm like, really, are you in? Why would you do that with someone who has under 100 subscribers? You're still new. And why would they? It's sort of weird to me. Like, I mean, why just do that when I'm maybe at 10,000 people? But why would you start with a small channel with only under 1,000? But anyway, I mean, we don't know how they think and what they're trying to accomplish. But okay. Oh my God, you're so slow. I mean, do people like to trade this? Even if you scalp, it's even too slow for scalpers, right? Even scalpers should be. Oh, Jerry. Hey, Jerry, have you been watching Lord of the Rings since yesterday? Did you not see it? Is it the first time that you watched it? I'm always so jealous. A successful scam. Yeah, but I wonder what they. So the scammers, what they're trying to do, or they try to lure you in pretending to be me to tell you, hey, listen, I got a good deal, so you pay me money or something, and then I don't know. But yeah, well, I think everybody should know by now that we do not do that, right? Hey, L7 trader, you've seen that correctly. So I created, well, so I created an account on X. Yes, I did, for Iris Live Futures. But then I thought, oh my God, the toxicity, and I saw other traders fighting, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go just with YouTube, and also in the sense of not to get too much. Sounds really weird what I'm saying, but also not to get too much exposure. And I'm not like out there, hey, look at me, I'm new, and I want to have as much subscribers as soon as possible. And I actually was like, you know what? I'm just gonna let the YouTube algo do its thing, and I stayed away from. I posted a few things maybe in the beginning, but really, I was like, I'm not. I'm not. I don't feel like actually getting more exposure on X. And I also have one on Instagram, and I was like, oh, I'm just not interested. And yet I'm still over almost at 1,000 subs, but I just want to stay away from. I'm just not looking to grow fast. Let me put it that way. I'm not looking for exposure in the sense of, oh, I want as much people to get to know me as fast as possible. No, I want the right people to get to know me. So I'm let the algo do its thing. And I can tell you one thing, it's working pretty awesome without any social media exposure. I think it's pretty awesome, and I'm actually really happy with it. I'm thinking, you know what, I'm gonna keep it like this. I'm not gonna go on X. It's such a cesspool of toxicity sometimes, and I just see, if I look at other traders, I'm thinking, okay, are you really sharing, or are you just trying to grow? And are you really the level of authenticity? I actually miss that on X. Not as a news medium, but just as a trader. I'm like, yeah, why would I do that? I can share it in my Discord. I can share, I have enough people now I want to share things with. I can do it on Discord. I can do it on my streams. You are the ones that have subscribed to me. Those are the people that matter to me. Nothing else. So if that makes sense. So, yeah, so I'm just like, I think I'll get drama enough at some point, and trolls, they'll come. But I'm already surprised that I got these people impersonating me on Discord. I'm like, what, already? How's that possible? I'm not on X. I'm not doing much. So it's already coming. So I'm actually really happy. And I think I don't, just let the algo do its thing, and we've got a community already, and that's good enough for me. And yes, obviously I want to grow, but I'm not really eager to, that's why I don't do any affiliate links as well. Talking about someone watching Lord of the Rings, I'm really jealous for people that have not seen Lord of the Rings and then see it for the first time, because it's such an awesome thing. Hey, I just want to look at the what Price is doing. Tell me some good shows to watch. Well, maybe the chat can tell you if if you haven't seen Dexter yet. I think Dexter is nice. Lord of the Rings. What's the other one? Vikings. I love Vikings. The Hobbit, yes, 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 yes. You should definitely watch The Hobbit. If you like The Lord of the Rings, definitely The Hobbit. Yes, yes, yes. Those series, they're so excellent that you can really, like get your mind off things and really go into a fantasy. Yes, definitely. But Jerry, now you look at the charts. No, I'm just joking. Um, who wants to go? Someone said, should we go short? I'm still waiting for a short, yes, but let's see. Macro's coming, guys. What did we do here? We did not take the high yet. We are below the first presented of yesterday. We are at 344. Are we going to make a higher high, or is this a London high? Okay, so if we make a high, London high, after 4 or around this area, then we might extend all the way to open, right? But if we are rejecting here, then this is the London high. But it's a weird thing in the wick. $229. Okay, the bodies are still below the event horizon. Ooh, are we gonna drop? Oh, I should have turtle soup this. Okay, let's see. 348. 348. 348. I still like this trade to 480. That might be like a longer trade for the whole day, for at least to the AM session. We're gonna drop from here. It's gonna be a fast drop. On the 1 hour. Let's see in oh, where's my SMT indicator? Why is my SMT not working? No SMT on the 15. I think the SMT comes more into play at the whole of the hour, maybe, because it's already 45. Let's see, on the lows, we had SMT here on this one, but I think it's I think we're still going to go down. I just, I don't know. I'm so short. My bias is short. I cannot let go of it, guys. I'm sorry. Let's see. We're going to reject in this wick. 1, 2, 15, 15. We had S&T here on this one, obviously, but I wonder if we're going to break it. If it's invalidated. Let's see. Double huge wick on the 1 hour. Let's have a look at the 1 hour. Yes, yes, yes. I think it's hard to ignore the bullishness. Yeah, it's moving like a snail. Um, should we trade it up to 30%? 819-ish? I wonder if we should trade it up bullishness up to here. But we are in this, it's 353. 353, macro time, favorite macro. Are you gonna do something? Okay, do we have a 5-minute change in the state? Let's go, let's have a look. 3-minute, I can't read the 5. What are you giving me? Breaker. We get below this 781, our market order in. Check out the highs here. I come back and forth with my bias. No SMT. Oh, is there? Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh, you're so complicated today. 088. Okay. Are you it? 0881, or are you going to go up to 818? Or are you the high for London? 08. AMD. 15-minute distribution. I mean, this is clearly AMD, but I still don't trust it. 2.5 will bring us above yesterday's PM session. 2 standard deviations brings us into this fair value gap, so we could reject from here, right? Which would make sense. So we go all the way up into this fair value gap, which is created in the PM session. We get a reverse. We get a retracement back into 1.5. So there should be some kind of breaker or something. Do we see that? See, it's sort of like it doesn't make sense. One could be this breaker here, so it could tap into this area here. So we move up to 2, we go back to there, and then we go further up. Is that possible? To the previous month high, which is 4, which makes sense. So technically, AMD levels match with the fair value gap where we could reject off, and then we retrace into a breaker, which is part of I guess, first stage of accumulation for the move to the downside, and this was a second stage of accumulation. Then we had the reversal here, and then we go back up. But it's Thursday, NFP week, so hey, they're not gonna slap around. They're not gonna slap me around. Where can we deliver off open? I don't understand your question. Away from source. But looking at the 15-minute chart, one could argue and say, okay, there's clear AMD, so we are in distribution of the power of 3, but are we? Yes, it looks like it, right? But we are also in a 1-hour FUG already, so could be false. And if you look at the 1-hour, you see we created exactly a similarity. We have the same wick, lower wick. We've got this similar a wick and a lower wick here. So the question is, which of the two are going to be taken out first? So we're moving away from the 50% to we're around the 40% now of the weekly range. Are we going to the 30%, or are we going to move back and go to the opposite side? Now it's almost, it's 4 o'clock already. Okay, so we made the London high, I guess. I wonder if we're going to take this out now, or are we going to move to the downside? Is this it, or are we going to proceed? Because sometimes they just go, they continue up, right? It's not always a given. Is this a London high or not? Let's see, we can get some. Okay, so we see that 4 o'clock and the midnight are really, really on top of each other. Almost. Don't like that too much. I'm thinking of going short actually here. Give it one more go. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a only paper trade. I'm only paper trading the whole day. Thursday, NFP week. Oh, fuck that little thing. I need to kill that rooster now. It's too close. Okay, I might be stopped out here. Hold on, guys. I need to take care of it. So what's price doing? Okay, let's see. The rooster is always messing with you. Yeah, it's too close now. No, I need to make sure that it doesn't come too close. So I just scare it away so it goes more to the back of because it's really loud when it comes to. It's really at the they are that it comes really close then, and then it's like really, really loud. And it's because the problem with this rooster, there's no hens, so it's just bored to pieces, so it just crows all day. So, you know, it's just, this person that put that rooster there is actually a piece of shit. So it's just bored and it just walks around and trying to be, you know, try to be a rooster. But anyway, so I need to just make sure that it goes, that, you know, this sound space is taken. But I need to make it clear to it. So then it goes, okay, I can't be my rooster boy. So I'll go somewhere else, a little bit further down. But it's bored to, it's actually very sad, to be honest, for the rooster. But You should be either in chicken soup or on a farm. So, but anyway, but if he comes really close, it's so loud. I mean, it's just it's like it hurts your ears. Um, so look at the 30-minute three. Go. Are we go for the Asian Papacito? I don't know. I'm not too sure. I think I wouldn't be surprised the London high is in. So you can frame it both ways every time, right? I'm still, if I look at the higher structure, I think okay, we're bullish. But on the other hand, I know it's NFP week. We are still in that. Are we still respecting the 4-hour breaker? Yeah, you see, we're still respecting this breaker, right? This is technically a unicorn breaker with a fair value gap. So I'm still 4-hour bearish. We're just retracing to go down, leaving Asia. But one could also argue we retested the bullish breaker. That's why I say, you know, when you literally only want to trade if you would have traded the way up, but you see how price action is. I don't want to trade this. You just trade it, you know, you just trade the little areas. In this case, you could trade it up to the event horizon again, right? Because that's what we did. The event horizon is exactly here. You see, you could have traded it to here, which also was the first presented fair value gap. For the low is the high. I believe the high in London is in, so I think this is the high for London. But we still have these equals. But look what we have here as well: equals, equals. It's hard. I mean, I can frame it both ways now. So, and I've been doing that all the whole time. You can't, you know, in this price action, and that's why I'm saying it again. That's why I don't trade any accounts as a distribution trade. I think as a scalper, you're still good to go because the ranges are smaller, right? And if you have your confirmation here on 5 minute for a move up, you know, you can still trade it. You still got your 2-hour trade here with your inversion, and you just trade it up to this, you know, liquidity, and you're out, and you use midnight, right? Here's your midnight trade. So this move up from here is possible. Now, I don't tend to trade 20 points, and I'm not interested in that. But I think, I wonder if the the 4-hour breaker trade is still in. I still like this trade. Most people don't look at the 4-hour in that way. So the bodies are still below the event horizon on after 4 o'clock. So are we going to get distribution to the downside? Or have we formed? So think about the 4-hour. Have we formed the 4-hour manipulation wick now? And are we going to go down? Are we going to break? Are we going to go through? And see, this is interesting as well, right? The 4-hour open is at the. Yeah, I think. Did we all create? Is this all created liquidity just to take out? Because everybody is going to be bullish now, right? Everybody's bullish because of this move to the upside. How can you F around with people by going really, really bearish now, right? People are going to go. Tell it to distribute. Yeah, no, let's have a new FTG at 1-hour candle at 27. You're going to see a lot of things, guys, but it's not going to mean anything on manipulation days. It's really, I can, Um, a lot of things will be disrespected. A lot of things will be, yeah. You can argue that this has been 1 hour. Well, you don't have a 1 hour change in state of delivery here. Oh, you do now with this candle. Let's see. There's no body closure over here. It could. I could still see it go down. But I don't trust any guys. I don't trust anything on days like this. Well, you could argue we already retested this with this candle, right? Now this one is a rejection in this one. This one is a rejection in this one. We've got the same setup here that we have here. We moved away from the 50% though. We are almost at the 40%. So are we going to go higher? Could be. Could go lower. I would like to see a distribution candle to the down or to the upside and then decide. But this doesn't. I cannot trade this. I really have no confirmation. I would like to see body closure above the event horizon for bullishness, for continuation. Look at the 30-minute three candle sequence. What do you think? What are you seeing on the 30 minutes? You're looking at these four, the block of four, right? You wanna think that this is a change in the state of delivery on the 30-minute, right? Could be. But then, so my problem with this is, okay, so you would say this is a change in the state, right? Because you have a candle close above, but then it goes straight into a fair value gap. So you really need the disrespect of this fair value gap then for it to be a valid change in the state of delivery as well. So your trade would be so small. So if you would be like, okay, this is a change in the state of delivery because you have your inversion here, right? But this is actually the full inversion. You have a close above it, right? As you would normally we would say that, but then we already went into this fair value gap. We could reject straight of it. So the setup is not really a setup to consider as a change in the state, because yes, it is, but it instantly the same candle went into a bearish fair value gap and it's rejecting all of it. So, and that's the same with those breakers, right? You have one breaker being activated and actually retesting and the bullish one. So it's similar to this situation. You have a technically, as we know, change in the state because we are engulfing all these candles, but you see how it's doing it as well. And then we are the same candle that actually validates the change, the market structure shift. I should say change in the state. It's also going into this fair value gap already. So it's like, which one is it? What am I going to? Which one of the two scenarios is going to be it, right? So you can always now with this price action, you can keep framing it both ways if you go on the lower time frame. So this is a scalpers. This is for people that see something, they get in and they take a very short trade and they get out. And they, like for me, it's a distribution trade. I'm looking at the bigger picture and I can go back and forth. So it you know, my brain gets fried at some point. But I still favor the down. I mean, I just keep on saying, I think it's but then again, I can also say that the different part I don't want to put my money on the line when I can frame it both ways. But you understand this, right? Yes, you are right about this. For the one who said who asked about the 30-minute three candle sequence, but it's a 4 candle sequence. you've got your confirmation, but you also got your that already went up into a bearish fair value gap. You don't want to see this structure here. Then it sort of invalidates this market structure shift straight away, right? Because it already went into, it did already its job at the same time. It did two things at the same time. I'm still favoring a short. I'm relaxed. I still enjoy tape reading, even on days like this. And also what gives me the confirmation at this moment that it's not a long yet is the event horizon. You see the wicks are going, there's no bodies. For me, that is, I always say if I want to go to the next one, I need a body closure and I don't see it. So my bias is still short. Because we created the London high here, it doesn't seem we're going to go higher now for the time being. What do you guys think? Yeah, I think this is all going to be taken out now. I think I want to take a short. I'm going to put another only paper trading, guys. Again, I'm just saying it. I think we have stop loss is going to be this one here. I'm still okay, 73 ticks. And I'm still going to take my level. I think it's going to go really low. I think it's, if this was the retest of that breaker, where's my level? 480. I know it's a long shot. This is how I trade. And sometimes they work. It might be it might be a long trade because if it's a 4-hour breaker, it might take some time for the trade to fully work out. But so if you guys want to make money, just take shorter trades. I think it's a good one that you are right to 750. Yeah, I'll frame a different trades as well for the shorter. Let's see. We got the first presented here, but if we're going to disrespect it, we might go. Let's have a look at the 1 hour again. Where is the NWOG? That is here, 642. The magnets, yeah, I totally forgot about them. That might be a good idea. That's a good idea. Thank you for them. Yes, magnets. Let's put on the magnets. But the moment I put the magnets on, it's not. It has nothing to do with trade. The magnets always do the job, right? Um, can't even see my TP. I put it all the way here. I put in the 5 minute, 3 minute. There we go. Hey, Van H, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the family. One. Now, what I'm actually thinking is that if this is the test, I don't think this level will be reached before 8. When it was in news. Hey Trader Tim, I started 4.5, almost 5 months ago. 14th of August was my first stream. So it's only now at the 14th. So in 1 week it will be 5 months. So it's actually really short, right? Yeah. I'm a YouTuber. That's what you call people like me. We're YouTuber, technically. So, and hey, listen, without any social media exposure, I'm doing everything just by the algo. Glad. Hey, Van H, no worries. Happy to have you here, Van H. Don't worry. You're welcome, Trader Tim. Just wondering if we're gonna go to 30% first. Tap into this one and then go. Let's see. Zero, 3, 8. Are we going higher? I'm inclined to think that we. Yes, I'm also happy with the algo. Yeah, I know it's horrible. Yes, I am. I live off trading. It's my only source of income. Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to go. I don't. I don't think it's. I don't like it too much. This is typical Thursday trading, guys. It just doesn't. It keeps messing with your head, and it makes you go back and forth all the time. That's why I even paper trading. I'm starting to sort of like get annoyed with it. Mm, well, you would say so, right? About the. I would like this 4-hour candle to go to fully reverse and be a distribution to the downside, but it might not do it. It's four. We only have 1.5 hour left. It's moving so slow. Come on. I already answered that question. People that spam the chat and who are spamming, who are going to type the same thing over and over, you're going to be banned very quickly. And I already answered that question. So 25,699 is your target. Let's see. But we need some movement, right? My current candle is short. Yours is long. Oh, that's weird. Are you sure? Yeah, this is my 4-hour candle here. We opened here at 7:05. My 4-hour candle. Are you on the monthly contract or are you on the L7? Well, it makes sense, right? We opened here at 2 o'clock and we moved all the way up. So this is my we literally, so London session, 2 o'clock. We've been moving up, up, up. And we're now moving to the down. We're sort of like, let's see what the OTE levels are on the 4-hour candle. Because literally London has been a 4-hour distribution to the upside, but we still have 1.5 hour left. Because we can say this is now the London session range, right? I believe the range is in for London, so this will be the high. Is the NQH6? Is it? Let me check. I've got the. I also trade on the other. I'll have a look. Where's the high of? There shouldn't be so much difference on the. I mean, that would be so weird. Let me check. I have the same. No, on my March contract, my high is same 802, 803.75. My 4-hour candle. 805.25 L7. Also on my monthly. So yeah, that's what Ulysses is saying. If you're on TradingView, you need to look down. You know what I think might happen to my trade? I think I might be wicked out at some point, and then it might go down at a later point. It could still go a little bit higher to 0.5 here. But, you know, it's just going to futz around here before it might go down. Because it's 4:30 now. Exactly, Kingdom Wanderer. Yes, I agree with you. It's sort of like it doesn't move away, right? So even though the trade might work out at some point, but I think it's gonna manipulate higher first. But it might not do it before, maybe after, just when we get the new 4-hour candle, right, at 6 o'clock, or maybe even after 5-ish. I also don't, you know, that's why I every trade that a lot of trades that you put on will be like that now on Thursday, unless you get the distribution move. But if you have this kind of price section, you know, if it's not going to move, it might manipulate. It does something that you doesn't expect. I'll just keep it on. It's just a paper trade. Oh really? Oh, that's weird. So Ninja Trader looks. Is Ninja Trader on the right? Are you on the right contract in Ninja Trader then? That's the question. Because if Tradeovate looks correct, are you not on the old contract perhaps, or something like that? Because my levels on the monthly and the continuous are the same. Maybe it's a glitch in Ninja Trader then. But Ninja Trader is quite reliable, I believe, right? Doesn't show glitches. That's weird. Yeah, you need to find out what the reason is and what's causing it, L7. Hey, Laurent. Thank you for subscribing. Yeah, same price, both Ninja Trader, but candles look. What? Oh, yeah, that's a good one, Trader Tim. Yeah, maybe you're on. That makes sense. If you're on UTC4 and the other one on UTC5, I had that one time as well. Yeah, that's a good one. I remember. I was like, where is it going? And then yeah, your candles can be different. Yes. Thanks, Trader Tim. That's a good one. Okay, guys. Are we gonna watch this price action? Or are we gonna enjoy our have some touch some grass in between and do something nice before we come back? I guess Elgo wants to cheat me. I'm being used. It's always like it's probably just a minor thing. I like what Trader Tim said about the time. It doesn't make sense. I think it's like one is on UTC4 and the other one might be on UTC5, or depending on where you are. Is that 1 hour difference, right? So that could, yeah, trade. I think that's really. I remember I had that one, and I didn't figure it out until someone told me about it. I was like, oh shit, yeah, it's a time. So, especially if I had like two laptops and one was not set correctly, like, how is that possible? But yeah. Hey, we got a lovely chat here. Everybody's very helpful. Okay, I just say I want to log off. Every time I say that, the algo gives us something. It's like Santa Claus. It puts this little sausage in front of your, like, okay, look, 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 I'm giving you something. I'm giving you something. Don't go away. Don't go away. Don't log off. Don't log off. I'm giving you. I'm giving you. Okay, and Q, I'll watch. I'll watch you again. See what you're doing. Okay. Now give us some. Otherwise, I'm going to go to the beach and do a nice walk or something. You're annoying and Q today. Seek for growth. The OB is being an obstacle. Well, everything is an obstacle right now on NQ. My God, we need to give NQ an enema and 10 laxatives. I mean, I want to see how it reacts at my 1.25 and the 0.38. If it's going to, if that's enough for it to go down, or are you really going to, are we going to, can we consider this a bearish breaker? Did we retest the breaker here? I'm going to go to my 9 minutes. You know, guys, I love the 9 minutes. It gives me a lot of clarity. On the 9 minutes, I see a nice breaker here. So when we go below this point and close, that will be the really bearish confirmation. Until then, this is a bullish order block, right? I think that's what Seek for Growth was talking about on the 9 minute. You can see it very clearly. So a breaker is actually just a filled order block. This is a bullish order block until it's being traded through. So until we get below here, which we have beautiful equal lows, right? This is a bullish order block. So technically, can you be in a trade? Well, yeah, you can be, but you have to be aware that if we have a little gap here. Let's see if the bodies are below it. Oh, yeah, we are. Okay, that's good. So the bearishness is sort of like getting confirmed because we disrespected this volume imbalance. For now, we could still spike up, but let's see how we're going to react at this level. There's always a 1.25 is always very important to me, but it matches with 0.38. And I think it matches with the 0.5 of this candle as well. Let me see. Yes, isn't that a coincidence? How do I know? How do I know that this level matches exactly with the 0.5 of that order block? And there's no algorithm, right? 0.5, exactly. So for those with a shorter trade, you wanna take a partial at 7.556-ish. Because it might give a retracement here, or this is a crucial area. If it rejects here, then we know we're bearish. But this is crucial, the 0.5 and exactly this level. See? We are going to we might have a little retracement to the upside here. If not, we know. Okay, now this is the 0.5 of that larger order block. It's actually not the full order block, it's the bottom one, but it matches with this 1.25 and my 0.38. This is sometimes enough for a retracement to go back up. My TP is actually really low. My TP is it's ridiculously low. 25,482. I'll tell you why. But that is just my higher time frame trade. I don't think it's very smart to do that on a day like this. In all honesty, it's NFP Thursday. This is just a paper trade, by the way. Why? I took 2R from the 4-hour bearish breaker, which matches exactly with 702. So if I take this range here, so it's very, very high time frame, but on days like this, it matches exactly with 702. So we get a retracement into this range. It's exactly 2R from the bearish breaker. So considering that this is the retest of this bearish breaker and continuation to the downside, that is this scenario. Hey Jim, how are you doing? Now you see we're getting a reaction at the 0.5, that order block, right? Expected, but the question is, we want to see it disrespected. If it's disrespected, then this order block turns into the bearish breaker that we're looking for. On the 9-minute. Why? Because I can't see shit on this in this price action. So I always go to the 9-minute. I try the 3-minute first, but if it's still unclear to me, I look at this and I'm like, oh, it's still a little bit too wicky-wacky and just a little bit too much back and forth. I tend to go to the 9-minute, which gives me a lot of clarity. And I just see things more clearer, and then okay, now it just gives me more. We have equals, 0.5 is here, 0.62 here, and 72 here. So let's see if we can break down, if we can go through this. So this is 0.5% of this order block, the bottom one. I want to see that break, and then we have a bearish breaker confirmation on the 9-minute. My trade is very low, but I would break it up on a day like this. I would normally break it up and trade smaller portions and reassess all the time. But because it's a higher time frame trade, I just want to try out to see if I don't get wicked out on a day like this. Because we got news at 8:30. I just want to check if I would, because I don't want to have like trades with more than 40 points max. So I just want to figure out if I could take a trade like this in one trade without being manipulated out of it. So that's more, because I'm a distribution trader, I want to see if we get 4-hour distribution in this candle, or are we going to get continuation on the 6-hour, or is it going to manipulate higher, which I actually think it might do on today. So I'm just sort of like testing the waters. What my max risk has to be on a day like this if I do trade my own money or trade my evals or my funded, because I actually don't do that on NFP Thursday to Thursday, because this is my worst day. I had the most losses, so technically I don't trade my funded accounts or my, well, I could do an eval, but I also try not to do that, but I might do that. This trades work out, I might, but I might have to have a higher, I think my risk should be higher, because but I don't want to, but I do think we might go into this, we could go higher here maybe before it goes down again, right? So that's what I'm thinking. But then what happens if I get stopped out here and it does that, I might get back, I get straight back in if I still believe in the short. So I just reassess and I get back in later. But let's see if we can create the, if it would start going back up again, I could even lower my risk, because we would know when it goes up here. I can technically already bring down my risk here, because the moment it goes up this area, we already know it's not going down any further, right? So by identifying the proper breaker, or the possible breaker, you see how fractal it is, guys? Look at here. This is the 9 minute. You see the structure here, and look at the 4 hour. You see what when people say price is fractal, you see technically the same trade on the 4 hour now playing out on the 9 minute, right? Now I don't see it so clear on the 3 minutes, so that's why I go to the 9 minute now, because it just gives me more clarity. Does that make sense? Even on the 5 minute, I don't see it as well. Let me just go on the 5. Okay, on the 5 minute, I prefer the 9 because this already confuses me here with this one, so I like the 9. Crazy Ninja Trader, 1 minute is same, then Trader at 1 minute, but 4 hours different. Yeah, that's really weird. But let us know what it is, L7, because it might be a little tweak or something. And then I cannot imagine that it's just something. Are you sure it's not the time? Are you not on a different time zone on one or in the setting maybe? Ah, a lot of birds. Thank you, Drum and Beats. Welcome. See, this area is the area where we really are. Oh, thank you, Van H. I love tape reading, and I love the chat because of the chat. Both same PST California. Okay, well, that's so weird. Well, let us know, L7, if you figure it out, or if someone else has an idea what it can be. Let us know. How often are you on? So thank you, Drum and Beats, for the compliment. Oh, you guys make me emotional all the time. I stream London and I also do New York, but I'm sort of like wondering. Well, I still stream today, but obviously I just paper trade on NFP Thursday. But I stream normally after 10 o'clock because I don't want to trade before 10 o'clock. But yesterday I started earlier because of NFP Wednesday, and I managed to get an opening trade. But I tend to, because I tend to always stream quite a long time because I just really like tape reading. I try to limit myself by starting a little bit later in the AM session. So start at 10 o'clock because my model normally presents itself after 10 a.m. And then London is always at 2 a.m. Eastern. So Eastern, let's say 2 a.m. Eastern and 10 a.m. New York. But sometimes I'm wondering, like I really like the lunch PM session as well. So I'm sort of like struggling with the time a little bit, and I, just not to overdo it too much. So the times of the AM and the New York session might change a little bit, but today will be 10 a.m. definitely. And now I just want to watch what happens because I just like to watch. I really like tape reading, and I really enjoy hanging out with you guys and just tape reading. So I learn a lot from tape reading as well myself. It really helps improve my trading as well. And what I also notice, the moment I'm not in a trade myself and I really focus on reading the tape, it is just your mind is not, at the moment you're in a trade, you just, I don't know, it's just, there is just something that you are focused on, not on the P&L, but on the trade itself as well. But just focusing on the tape is really helps me build my knowledge as well. And I do paper trade, but that's more for improving my execution. And especially with these longer trades, I need to get better because this is if this trade would work out, this is a huge trade. The challenge is trading your stop loss, right? Because you want to trail in a manner that you don't get stopped out, but also you don't want to, get the maximum. That's something that I'm really trying to improve because I've been trading too fast, so I get stopped out. Instead of an 8-hour trade, it becomes a 3 or 2-hour trade. I get back in, it doesn't matter, but you don't want to, when you are in your own account, you don't want to pay twice for commissions and stuff like that. You want to be in line. If you have a good entry, you want to have the full run, right? So that's something I have to work on, and I'm working on because I need to improve that. Let's see, this is a pretty good trade. But on a day like this, you should scalp more. And I need to learn how to scalp more. I want to learn. I unlearned myself a little bit because of the prop firms telling you that you can't be in a trade too long, right? Or too short. You have to be in a trade more. Why are you not doing this? Okay, let me just do it like this. Now, I think this trade will be stopped out today, in all honesty. Why are you not doing what you need to do? I have to do it like this. It's not exact. A 30-hour trade, that's ridiculous. I never had a 30-hour trade, but I don't think it's going to work. It's not moving. It's not moving. I hear. Oh, that's a good one, Jim. That might be also maybe something. Tape reading is 20 foot. Hey, Papacito, don't follow me. I'm just trying. This is a paper trade. I'm just. What I'm doing is I'm using the 4-hour breaker and putting 2R from the breaker trade. So from the high to the low, and then obviously you want to enter. It's not where you enter, but it's just 2R from this breaker. I'm just testing, and it matches with 702 level. So I'm anticipating a move to the downside, but I'm also anticipating a manipulation move back up. So I'm just trying to figure out what time will be the manipulation move that if I do get tagged out of this trade, because my stop is quite low here, I do think we are doing, but we made a London high, so I don't think we're going to be stopped out now, but maybe in the PM, in the AM, when we open, we might manipulate to the upside and then go down. So I'm just trying to figure out when I'm going to be manipulated out of my trade. Maybe I'm not, but if I am, I'm going to journal that and learn from it so I can position myself better using the 4-hour breaker, because it doesn't happen a lot that we see well, obviously it happens, but when you see a 4-hour breaker being activated, it sets you up with a lot of potential. But we also have a bullish breaker to the further down, right? So here we also have a bullish breaker, so we have to be careful. So you're in, and when we started the session, we are at 50% of the weekly range. So you always know you have to be careful in that area. So it's Thursday before NFP. That day is treacherous. You always have to be careful. Most of the times you'll be slapped around. Things are not doing what it normally does, but there's still, you can still look for logic, but you have to be prepared for the unexpected. So do not copy me. I'm just testing out when will this 2-hour trade play out from this 4-hour bearish breaker. That's all I'm doing right now. And when I get stopped out, I most likely will get back in, and then I'll just, but I think it's just too easy for it to run now to the downside, and it's not moving away from this level here. Like I mentioned, this was the 50%, and you see where it's exactly 50% of this order block. It's not moving away from it. So we do not get confirmation until we really, really are below this area here. And you see it's 1.25, 0.38, and this level is now being very stubborn. Anyone traded with the Blue Guardians? I got 3. The Blue Guard, is that a new prop firm? Is it new, Blue Guardians? I never heard of Blue Guardians. Is it Blue Guardians? What is it Blue Guardians the name of the prop firm? Hey, I'm hearing a lot of bad things about a lot of prop firms lately. The only one that we established yesterday, we did a poll. We asked yesterday during the chat which ones are giving payouts to people that we had in the chat regularly and no problems. TPT, Lucid, Funded Next are good. Some people are happy with Top Step, some people are not. Well, I don't like Top Step because of Project X, and I think they have I don't like it when a prop firm has it's a conflict of interest when they have the broker and they're a prop firm. So and then they canceled all the other. You don't have any choice anymore. So that's why I don't like Top Step anymore. But is Blue Guardian a prop firm, or is it a form of evaluation from another prop firm? I heard of it before, but I don't know. Blue Guardian. I never heard of it. You can go on Trustpilot. You have to check the just Trustpilot. You'll read a few. You'll read a few. I guess my advice for every platform is don't put too much. Just if you make money, just get payouts very fast. Don't grow your accounts too big. Just get payouts and just don't build too big of a buffer. I think that's also I think if people have a lot of buffer and then they suddenly start requesting payouts, they get rejected. But if you take smaller payouts more often. DBT knows. Okay, avoid Blue Guardian. Yeah, so you see how this level, this 1.25 and 0.38 is now already not giving. It doesn't even go to 0.5. It doesn't even go into this fair value gap at the moment. Topstep had a lot of outages. Yeah. You have to be very, very careful nowadays. I mean, we have to stick to the ones that we know and we get good, that's why we have to keep each other informed. I still like Funded Next. They're very reliable, I believe, and until I hear different things of them, I'll only trade with them. But hey, it was TPT, Lucid, and there was another one that Bowser was trading with. He mentioned three that he trusted. Do you guys know the third one that he mentioned? Lucid, TPT, and there was another one that he trusted. And he got regular payouts from them as well. That's the most important thing. And he has put his payouts on the Discord as well. So I can't remember the third one that he mentioned. I think it was Funded Next as well, right? Or another one, or was it My Funded Futures? I don't know. But anyway, we'll see. Let's see if we can break the 0.5 level with this beautiful TPT. Oh, Bullinox. Okay, was it Bullinox? Okay. Yeah, Bullinox doesn't do futures. Bullinox is more for. Is Bullinox more for forex or also does Bullinox also do futures? Thank you, Ulysses. I'll see you. Yeah, I'm also thinking of taking a break, go touch some grass, enjoy the. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I guess the morale of the today's session is it's a hard read. You can frame it both ways. Don't dibble in the middle. When you see two breakers, be careful. Scalp. Oh, they do futures? Okay. Yeah, My Funded Futures is nice as well. I think they are, yeah. I used to trade, I'm not allowed to trade with them. That's why I don't trade with My Funded Futures, because I live in South Africa. We are on the restricted list for My Funded Futures. Otherwise, I would trade them as well, definitely. So important level is this 50%. This level is important. So 755. We really need to break that to become bearish. Because that's 50% of the order block. Also 1.25. It's always, this level is always for me very important. For some reason, it always works. And as we can see, we're just futzing around here. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for the London session, because I don't think we should spend too much time watching Tradeify. Hey, Trade Day. I never heard of that one. Is that good as well, DBT? Trade Day. Is that a new one? Yeah, I think Tradeify is also all these new names. Trade Day. I'll have a look into that. Yeah, I don't feel like watching this price action. As you can see, we are just still in the retesting phase of this. Either we're going to disrespect this. So it's very simple for me. Either we're going to disrespect the breaker or we're going to go down on the 4 hour. But for me, already the 9-minute breaker is actually enough information I need. So technically breaking the 3 o'clock, going lower than the 3 a.m. open price might already signify enough, but we'll see. I mean, but guys, be careful. Oh, trade day, payout every day, and no consistency. Ooh, Papacito, that's a good tip. We love that. We love everyday payouts and no consistency. The only thing that we want is consistent payouts, right? So, oh, you need three. Oh, you need three. Yeah, yeah, that's the same. Yeah, Inash, that's yeah. 3% buffer is literally a sort of consistent, a hidden consistency rule. Yes. My worry would be if prop firms take the opposite trade. I'm already paranoid. Well, technically, they are copying the good traders, right? I don't think they really do. They take the opposite trades. I think they copy trade us at some point. If you are doing well, if you're sim funded and you're doing well, they copy trade the traders that they feel are doing well. If they have like a consistent payouts, that's what I hear. Yeah, we have to be we have to be careful with all prop firms. They could be like everybody was really, really very exciting about funding ticks, and now it's all bad news, right? I haven't heard anything. Well, everyone has been really complaining about funding ticks, and everybody was so delighted about them. And even Kit is I think he has a partnership with them even, and Kit is someone who takes the trading business very seriously, and I don't think he would ever put his name to a shady prop firm, but they could still go rogue at some. I don't know. And now everybody is like didn't get payouts, and people were like really screwed over. So funding ticks. I don't know if people have experience with funding ticks. Is it still the case, or is it already has it been sorted? Are they trustworthy again? Really? Oh, I mean, Funded Next. I get payouts. I don't have any problems with Funded Next so far. Oh my God. Yeah, exactly. So Funded Next pay also problem. Okay, Jay, we're talking about funding ticks, right? They do the traders bad with the retroactive rules, but I still receive. Okay. Um, you just got a 10K payout today from funding ticks. We're talking. Okay. Okay. So again, but I don't let my payouts go. I don't build too much of a buffer. I sometimes close my funded accounts. I take it and I just let it go, and I make a new one because I just don't want to get. I think the problem starts when you get really really big buffers and you request a lot of payouts or large payouts. So I never let it get to that. I think with my prop firms, I sort of like I take a few payouts and then I just let it. I just take it through and then I just start a new, just start the process over. Um, yeah, exactly. So I think just keeping it small and just letting a few, getting maybe 2 or 3 payouts per eval, maybe 4 max, and then I sort of like take the whole thing. I just, take it out that I don't have any buffer anymore, and then I sort of like let it go. It's just, I don't know. They still pay, yeah. Maybe I'll give it. I'll try to get more out of it, but I just don't want to be on the radar of any prop firm. But we'll see. Hey, listen, guys, look at the price action. Let's see. Oh, okay. I just want to see we're going to break now. I'm going to go to the 1 minute now. We broke in a very important level. Let's see if we can get to 50% or we can go to somewhere here for rejection. Yeah, I would. It could reject in this area here. I would do it above the 50% a little bit. It takes out the low, maybe reject in this. Let's see. Ooh, are we moving? Ooh, and Q, you feisty little beast. Well, I'm at 1/10 of my trade. And just like my ex, she's hot, then she's cold. Hey, that's NQ. That's why, you know, never a dull moment. Hey, Charles Pope. Welcome. How many subscribers do I have now? I'm a little bit excited because I'm getting close to the 1,000. Okay, let's see. Are we rejecting here, or are we taking us out? 9:35. Ooh. Okay, let's see if we can break this, and let's see if we can break. Previous day low is here, exactly at 0.62. I do think we could go all the way to 722-ish. Let's see. Pa, 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 pa. Oh, we could stop here. Oh, we took out 15-minute liquidity. We have a little gap here at 716. So you see, we rejected here, and this rejection, is this a rejection block, or are we going to? So that's why I'm looking at this one here. Let me go back to the 9-minute. I love my 9-minute. Ooh, look at this level here. You see how much clarity the 9-minute gives? Look at these equal lows here, which matches exactly with the 0.62 previous day low. Okay, bearish breaker activated on the 9-minute. I think my stop might be okay here. But I could be wicked out. It could be a wick, not a body, but a wick. That's the issue. The next time I have to do it higher, but do I want to go over? This is just 10 points. I could have done it higher if I'm willing to risk 40 points. But how much will I willing to risk for 250 points on NQ? I still don't want to risk more than 40 points, to be honest. Now let's do a 2R trade from here. Now this is the tricky part. You see what happened on the 9-minute? We went below it and we go up into the range. So technically, if it's not a close, it's not valid. So it fooled me already. You see that? We did not activate the but let's do a 2R. Oh, did I change my stop? No. That always happens when here we go. Okay, 2R. So it's hard to move this when there's a trade on for some reason. Okay, let's see what 2R. You see the breaker's not activated. We spiked back up, right? I'm sorry about that, but you see how nice the 9-minute is, right? If it's really hard to read on days like this, how much clarity it gives. if you compare it to the 5 and the 3, normally I go on the 3. I like the 3, but obviously the 3 times 3 is 9. It's pretty awesome, right? Okay, now we are talking. I think 369, the vortex numbers are, I think they, well, you can, I think all, if you prefer the 10-minute, you can use the 10-minute, but I prefer the 9-minute because I also like the 3-minute a lot. But you can use the 10-minute as well. Oh, Jay, you like the 13-minute? That's where my ace, okay, I like that. I do have the 10-minute here as a prefix, but we can have a look at the 10 and see the difference. So this wick took out these equals. J30. I never looked at the 13-minute, but it's interesting. It's my secret sauce, but in one session there is 3990 candles, which is why 13 minutes is the best. Just a hint. Oh, I'm taking the hint. I'm taking the hint. But in one session there's 390 candles, which is why 13-minute is the best. Just a hint. I want to think about that. I have to think about that, Jay. I like Unirenko. I never heard of Unirenko, to be honest. Hey, you have to always investigate further than what you're being taught by the mainstream. So everybody at 15, 1 hour, 4 hour, yes, 3 minutes, 13 minutes, why not? But interesting. You have to figure out, Papacito, just look into it and then you will see, and then some things resonate, some things don't, and you start using it. But if the 3-minute, for me, when I notice in my journaling, for example, if price action becomes difficult, I see a lot of gaps, little volume imbalances that are being used on 3 minutes. So when I can't read the 3 minutes, I go into equivalent of 3, 6, 9. And on a day like this, I use the 9 because it just becomes more clearer to me because price action is really slow, a lot of imbalances on the lower time frame, and it's just barcoding. So then I really need to go to a higher time frame. And for me, the 9-minute just works out a little bit better than the 5. So if you're used to do the 5, it makes more sense for you to go to the 10, right? And if that works well for you, anything will work, but you use your levels and you calculate things according to those levels. But if I use the 3, it doesn't make sense to me to go to the 10 then, because then my levels won't add up because I calculate everything from specific levels. But if you use the 5, then you will go to the 10, right? So if that makes sense. It just depends on what you're looking at. But I get more out of the 3 and the 9 than the 5 and the 10. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong if you do that. It's all good. It's all good. It just depends on what you're looking at, how you calculate things. And you have to be consistent. If you use the 5, you want to look at the 10. If you use the 3, you want to look at the 6 or the 9, right? But you have to have consistency. It's also the same thing, how you calculate your manipulation move, how you do your standard deviation. You have to be consistent in how you do it. There's no wrong or right, but you have to be consistent in how you do it, because then you have your own benchmark, and don't combine it. So then it's the same with looking at time frames. I don't know if there's going to be a retrace, Jay, because we are just activating the bearish breaker. So I wonder if we have a move a little bit lower and then a retracement. I'm hoping it not. I hope for a little bit of a displacement, so we can really activate this breaker. That would really make me more confident in this short. If not, if we're going to retrace here already or before, well, we could retrace here, right, at the 2. But I would rather see it go to 2.5. Let's see. We already had a retracement at 1.25, which is this one here. Now let's see, we go to 0.5. Alrighty. Hey, Trader X6, how are you? Yeah, exactly. Trader X6. That makes sense, right? I mean, he uses tick charts and different, and then see what happens. Yeah, for me, on days like this, I go to the 9-minute because I don't see much. I just get confused on the 1 and the 3, and then I get more clarity. My brain is limited on days like this, so I need to make it easier. I think I want to take a break, guys. I don't feel any. I mean, obviously I want my paper trade to work out, but I also want to touch some grass and do something before the New York session. And we've been literally watching. Okay, how much? Okay, well, we've been literally watching. $50 points. What time is it now? 2 hours. Yeah, hey, we need a break, right? Hey, Nimsa, how are you? Okay, guys, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna force ourselves to not watch this anymore. Again, NFP Thursday. Be careful. Any questions before I let you go? I need a break. I wanna go for a nice walk. Have some food. Jerry, you should name the rooster Stop Loss. Yeah, I should give it a name, right? I think we should give it a name. Hey, but listen, you see, I go out and he's gone. I mean, if he sees me already, and he sort of like, when he makes noise, he stands behind a tree now, and because he knows that yeah, when she comes out, because I'm higher than he is, but the moment I go out and I make myself noise, and no, this sound space is taken. He goes off. But anyway, we love the rooster. I mean, he's part of the deal now, right? So I still haven't eaten chicken, by the way. So, but I think I'm not going to do it. Okay, guys, I'll see you guys later. We'll take a small break. This is so hard for me. I'm so obsessed with price action that I'm always like, okay, if it starts giving a large distribution, I'll probably go back up and watch the chart. and then make a small walk. But I'll see you guys later. Enjoy your day. Get some, touch some grass, get some nice food, and recharge. And we'll see how if my monster trade works out on the day. If I don't get stopped out before it hits my TP, we'll see. Okay. Yeah, that's why I think that the rooster becomes it's just part of the deal. Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck, rooster again. I'll see you guys later. Ciao, ciao.